So it's been a minute since I've done anything on YouTube, but I managed to purchase another oddball machine. This is a Induma, I forget what model number, but the thing is, it's nice and old enough and a strange enough company that once again, I cannot find any information on it. That seems to be a trend with most things I do. But I hope to restore it and at least give it a better paint job. It probably doesn't show up on camera how questionable this blue paint is. But I don't know. See what happens. Suppose I'll go over some of its alleged features. It has 12 speeds, and you can switch the motor so it runs in a higher RPM or something like that. It takes a number 40 taper collet, which is nice because they still make them for CNC purposes. 3-axis power feed, including a lever for rapid traverse. A nice old 2.5 horse motor that may be 3-phase or 2-phase, not really sure. The base of it is a coolant sump with its own pump, which is filled about halfway with old coolant chips, mostly chips. It has obviously an option for an overarm support, which it, surprise, didn't come with. So I will have to be making one eventually. At least this old Tony has a video on making one for his. It also is a universal mill, so the table can rotate, which is nice for cutting weird gears and stuff like that, I guess. Also a nice discovery, not the missing dog leg or dog ear or whatever it's called that goes there, is that the spindle hole has no scratch or scar whatsoever. And that is, from what I know, unheard of. And it unfortunately has the curse of the early Bridgeports. Oil zerks that they put grease in. One of the interesting things I discovered about this machine is the gibs. The gibs are adjustable like a Bridgeport. You use a screw to push them in, but you can't use the screw to push them out. It has a screw on the opposite side to push them out, which is causing difficulty when the previous owner, probably in a factory, jammed the gibs in so hard that you couldn't move the knee. Now I'm trying to figure out which way to move the gibs in the knee so it, moves. And that's kind of what's prompting this video. Originally I thought I was just going to take the table off, Scotch-Brite it, spray some WD-40 on it. But finding issues and realizing that nobody knows much about this machine, I'm figuring I'm going to have to go through it. And while I'm going through it, I should probably do something about this creatively applied paint. Now, as I mentioned before, I can't find very much on this machine. Induma already is a relatively unknown brand, most famous for making the Bridgeport clones, like everybody does. But what I am able to find about their horizontal mills, the earliest one I've been able to find is from 1946, and this is a smaller one. And generally, smaller means older. So, best I can figure is it's probably from the 30s or 40s. The only thing I have been able to find about this machine is its kind of trek through the Midwest. We traced it back to a machine dealer who was selling it online for about $1,000, then found another listing on it on eBay for about $1,200. After that, I discovered it on Craigslist and picked it up without going through it nearly as much as I should have, but I'm not upset by that, even if there are surprises. It is still a cool old machine, which is was really important. And now the reason why I'm making this video or video series is because it's a weird machine, and I'm confident that there is more than this just one out in the world. I haven't been able to find anything, and maybe somebody in the future can watch these videos to see what it looks like on the inside. This is going to be one of the more complicated things I've done, and it's one of the more complicated things in this shop, aside from that sneaky little logic Shipley you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. So, wish me luck.